Hello everyone, welcome to the Canadian Grand Prix review slash opinion by Keyboard Racer. The gameplay in the background is F1 2013 around Circuit Joel Vilna. It is pretty laggy, but bear with it. In any case, we just saw one of the most exciting races of this generation yesterday in the Canadian Grand Prix. Daniel Ricciardo winning it for Red Bull Racing. It is quite a change from the previous 7 races where Mercedes were dominating and they won all the previous 7 races. In the end, the Mercedes team were disappointed because their MG UK failed, causing both the cars to lose power, and Hamilton ended up retiring and Nico Rosberg finished second. The race started off with Hamilton getting a fantastic start, and Nico Rosberg had to brake late into turn 1, and he managed to keep number 1, and he barged Hamilton off the track. And Vettel also overtook Hamilton, and by the time the cars went through turn 3 and 4, the race was merely settled. But until Max Chilton oversteers into the corner and smashes into the back of Jules Bianchi. It was a massive shunt against the wall for Jules Bianchi, and both the Mauritius were out. The safety car was called out, and it ran from lap 1 to lap 7. Hamilton then closed in on Rosberg until lap 25. Rosberg cuts the chicane and speeds off. It was very fortunate because he did gain an advantage, but the stewards did not penalize him, which was quite lucky, in all honesty. But they were building up a gap to around 20 seconds until the Mercs lost power halfway through the race. The 20-second gap between second and third position started to erode. The Mercedes doing 1 minute 22 laps, 1 minute 22 second laps, while the rest of the cars behind them were 2 seconds quicker, and they were catching up real fast. On lap 48, Hamilton retires due to brake failure. Due to the MG UK failures, the car had to rely on its disc brakes for stopping, and it overheated and burnt off in Hamilton's car. Lucky for Rosberg, his brake bias was more towards the front, and he managed to nurse his car all the way without burning up his back brakes. It was very exciting towards the end because Perez was holding up the Red Bulls of Ricciardo and Vettel. They both had a lot of pace and could have caught up to Rosberg, but Perez with his old tires were keeping them back. And on lap 65, Ricciardo finally overtakes Perez. Perez himself having a lot of issues with the brakes and electrical systems. Ricciardo overtook him, and on lap 67 he overtakes Rosberg, and you could hear the cheer in the crowd. And on lap 69 there was a massive collision between Perez and Massa, who were fighting it out for the 4th and 5th position, and it was a huge shunt, and the G-force was pretty high. They had to be sent to the hospital for precautionary measures, but both were really fine. It brought out a safety car on lap 69, which means Ricciardo in the end won the race. So the race standings look like this. Ricciardo, second place is Nico Rosberg, third is Sebastian Vettel, fourth is Jenson Button, fifth Nico Hülkenberg. Pretty impressive performance from both Jenson Button and Nico Hülkenberg. Nico Hülkenberg starting on 11th position in the grid, Jenson Button from 9th, and they managed to finish in the top 5. Pretty impressive stuff. Valtteri Bottas, the 7th person. Fernando Alonso, was 6th. Valtteri Bottas was 7th. Jean-Eric Vergne, 8th. Kevin Magnussen, 9th. And Kimi Räikkönen topping it up in the points position, number 10. Sergio Perez and Felipe Massa were both destroyed. Their races wrecked on lap 69 when they both collided. Adrian Sutil finishing 13th, plus 1 lap, and Esteban Gutierrez retiring on lap 64. So in the end, there were only officially 14 cars ending the race. which is actually pretty low. The retired cars would be Roman Grosjean with a rear wing failure, Danny Kvyat with a drivetrain failure, Lewis Hamilton obviously with a brake failure, Kamui Kobayashi with a suspension failure, Pastor Maldonado power unit failure, Marcus Ericsson a turbo failure, and both of Mauritius, Max Chilton and Jules Bianchi, taking themselves out of the race in the first lap. Alright, some opinions. There was a really exciting race there. It was pretty fun to watch, and I woke up at 2 a.m. just to watch the F1 Grand Prix, and I think it was quite worth it. And it was really exciting to see a Red Bull on winning the race, because I got bored of seeing Mercedes dominate the field. I was really excited when the Mercedes lost power, and I thought to myself, man, we have a fight here. We're gonna see some good racing at the end. We did get absolutely fantastic racing in the end. And I was looking through F1 Reddit, and I think that's a really nice place to look through. Really informative. And they were saying how the race director was terrible, and they were right. It was terrible. The amount of overtakes we missed because the race director decided to show the goddamn supporters instead of the race is too damn high. It's annoying, and if it was very bad. Like, a lot of overtakes were not shown on TV. The replays did some justice, but we should have seen it live, not seen the people's supporters celebrating the overtakes. We want to see the actual overtake. So there was slight annoyances here and there, and in the end there was a really funny moment where, was it Hamilton? No, it was Rosberg. Rosberg parked up, or was it Vettel? Yeah, Vettel parked up onto the Parc Fermé area, and he pressed the accelerator and scared the living crap out of an official standing near there. You should go watch it. It is really funny. And the Massa and Perez crash, that was epic, man. That was a massive shunt, and it was pretty heavy impacts for both the people. But it was good that both of them were pretty much unscathed from the incident. Alright fellas, thank you for listening to my Canadian Grand Prix review. Tune in 2 weeks time for the Australian Grand Prix review. I might do a pre-race commentary, so just keep subscribe, like, and thank you for listening.